All right, so Malik, you have this layout of a documentary that you want to do. Just give me a little overview of what you want to do and what you want to highlight in this documentary.
Well, what I like to do is show, the intermediate level of sports because everyone's always looking at the pro level, saying how they can do that. But there's a lot of people who actually try on a daily basis and can't get past the intermediate level, and they don't understand how hard a process it is just to, be good at that level. So I really like to show those people sort of some respect because they're working just as hard.
Plan on doing that.
Well, I like to focus on high school rugby team, amateur kickboxing gym, and high school female basketball team, and focus on a couple fighters, rugby players, and basketball players from there, and let them show you their skill. So, in this movie, I interviewed Crystal Hunter from School Without Walls. I think she's an amazing female with a bright future in basketball. It's interesting that she plays basketball for one school and attends School Without Walls, does her own senior project working out, and initially she told me that she never really wanted to be a basketball player. She always wanted to be a professional swimmer when she was younger, but the way she plays, you wouldn't think so. So I'm excited to show you this interview and the highlight reel of her. So, would you mind introducing yourself and what position, what school?
I'm Crystal Hunter. I attend School Without Walls, and I'm point guard for Soda Basketball.
So, after a close game like this, what exactly is your reaction?
I think that more or less we need to start boxing out more, so then there's not second chance. There's not second chances for the other team, and maybe we could have actually won that game.
So, what are your plans, to win next time? What actions are you going to take? What are your plans, to win next game? What actions are you going to take?
A positive attitude, like say positive about the game, and to make more shots.
Do you feel as though you did a good job during this game, or you could have done more?
I could have done more, but I still think I did a good job.
What it takes to prepare for a sport like this,
It's all about basically what you eat. Positive attitude and confidence is like the number one thing. And that's what considered me down as a person because I don't have much confidence. But other than that, it's just skill too.
Do you think your team has what it takes to win these games?
Very. It's honesty.
At what point did you think that you had this game in the bag? Did you think you had this game in the bag?
When I seen that the star player wasn't playing, I thought we had it in the bag. But then, like at the end, when they went up 6, that's when I knew it was.
During the game, did you guys ease up at all?
No.
You guys played at 100% the whole game?
I think at the end, we kind of got lazy.
Could you explain how it feels to go to School Without Walls but play for another school's basketball team?
It was like back and forth. Like it was kind of hard because of the time management and the transportation to go back to that school and then back to this school. So it was challenging, but I enjoyed it.
And which school's basketball teams did you play for over your high school career?
I played for Wilson and I played for School of the Arts.
And in which teams do you think you've had more success, or do you think you found success in both teams?
I found more success playing for School of the Arts because basically I became a better player there and the coaching staff was better.
Do you see progress in yourself from the beginning of the year when we first did the interview until now when we're doing this interview?
Yes, I've gained confidence, but that's as far as progress goes.
All right. Well, since I'm an athlete, I have my own workout regimen. What is your workout regimen to get you prepared for the big moments?
Well, before a game, I don't really do workouts because I feel like it could tire me out. But I do before a game. I eat a protein bar, and I just try to focus mentally.
Well, that's a good workout regimen. But could you explain earlier in the week? Does it start in the beginning of the week? Does it start a couple of days before the game? When do you get ready to play the game?
Like before games, it's a lot of conversation. Like the coach tells us, he gives us scouting reports on who our opponents will be. So he tells us like what to expect from them and stuff like that. But he never works us too hard before a game, like the week before a game.
My initial thoughts on Empire Academy when I started back was that this is a great place to learn the basics and expand on to more difficult things. There's great coaches here, from wrestling to jiu-jitsu to kickboxing / Muay Thai, which is what I do. All the coaches, they've trained various years in these sports, which is why it's such an honor for me to show you this interview that I did with them and show you the highlight reel of me and how they coached me to my first fight. All right, tell us about yourself. What's your name? How long you been doing this?
My name is Wally McDonald. I've been doing this about 23 years now. Multiple things. Started in karate and taekwondo. Went off into Aikido, Kung Fu, a bunch of other things. Landed in wrestling, boxing. Ended up getting into Muay Thai. Met Coach Chris. Got into some judo and sambo, and now into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
So, out of all those things, what is your greatest accomplishment as a fighter?
Greatest accomplishment. I guess a few years ago I won a local Muay Thai kickboxing title against another, some gym in Syracuse, a gym owner out there, so that was kind of cool. Coach being a coach, I guess. But been a lot of tough. I guess some of my harder wins, even not getting first place, has been more memorable to me. Getting that hard-fought third place sometimes is better than getting first place.
All right, so you're a coach as well. So what is your greatest accomplishment as a coach compared to as a fighter?
Greatest accomplishment. Greatest accomplishment is probably taking any student that walks in the door, the ones that aren't athletic, they can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, let alone throw a punch, and then seeing them transform and develop into successful fighters or martial artists. Nate Jones would be one of them. Huge guy, 250 pounds. I really didn't see him doing anything or going anywhere, and then he ends up being Golden Gloves champ. And not only being Golden Gloves champ, he wins by knocking everybody out in his weight class for that show. So I was pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of anybody that gets to that level when I don't think they're gonna make it.
So, since you're a coach, what is the hardest skill that you may have to teach an athlete, whether it's mentally or physically?
Oh, definitely mentally. Physical's pretty easy. Just being in the gym and an environment, being around, you guys, all kinds of other competitors or people doing martial arts. The mental part is the hardest part because it's something that you have to do individually with the fighter or outside of the gym. It's definitely one of the hardest skills.
What makes this martial art different from most traditional martial arts, such as Taekwondo or karate?
Well, this is traditional martial arts too. You have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have Muay Thai, and then obviously myself and Coach Chris have backgrounds in other traditional arts like judo, sambo. Like I said, I've done Taekwondo, black belt Taekwondo, and American-style kickboxing, and karate. So I guess the difference between those here and what you would see kind of going around the county, maybe like, I don't know, for example, the Master Kim's or something, the difference is just the model of how their gym is set up. There's just set up more of, in my mind, as a type of a business. So a little bit of the martial arts and then a lot of business, obviously to make some money and keep the gym open, whereas we really try to put a little more emphasis on the martial art aspect of it and the development of you guys, the students. A little bit less on the business if possible, but just enough to keep the doors open, money-wise,
I've been with the School Without Walls Barbarians for 6 years. Those years, I've seen a lot of players come and go, and I've seen a lot of players who exert all their energy into becoming the best rugby player that they can be, and they go to other programs and they do good. This year, I feel as though we have a lot of players that can do great in the future, which is why I'm ecstatic to show you this interview with Coach and with some of my coaches and with some of my players. All right, so I'm here with the Rochester Barbarians, my high school rugby team. This is my coach, Coach Matt. He's going to explain to you how long he's been playing rugby and how he got into coaching.
So I've been playing rugby since 2003. Started in college at SUNY Potsdam, so it's about 12 years now. I've played pretty much straight through. A couple years, I haven't played, but other than that, almost completely straight through. I got into coaching shortly after moving back to Rochester. I was finding that, I wanted to continue being involved in rugby, but playing year-round was a little tough on the body. So I knew Coach Rich from the Rochester varsity team we both played for, and I asked him about the Barbarians, and he said, "Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you come out and give us some help?" So I did that in 2010 or 2011, somewhere in there. This is my 4th season with the Barbarians.
All right. So would you like to explain to us what you expect to accomplish this year? What are your goals? What do you expect to achieve? What do you want from the new guys as well as the older guys?
So my number one goal, as with my number one goal every year, is to simply grow the team, grow the sport, teach as many people rugby as I possibly can. But as far as yearly goals for this year, we're going to be competing in New York State Class B, which pits us against Pittsburgh, Finger Lakes, and then a couple second sides for some of the powerhouses, McQuaid and Fairport. With the team that we have and with the commitment that's been shown so far, I expect us to do very well this year. I don't see why there's any reason why we shouldn't win our division if we can continue with commitment and the talent that we have.
What is one things that the team needs to focus on, whether it be something as simple as catching, something as simple as route running, things like that?
I think the athletic parts of the game, I think we're good at. The thing that we need to commit to work on is committing ourselves to learning a new sport, to kind of taking on the values that rugby entails. Hard work, never stopping, play to the whistle, playing with integrity and honor. Those are the things that I try to work on. I think every team that plays the sport should be working. The athletic parts, those will come, with practice, but the intangibles are more important.
Here with some of my fellow rugby players. You guys don't mind introducing yourself and the position that you hope to be playing this year?
I'm Duncan, and I play 8-man, hopefully.
I'm Seth, and I play wing forward.
So, how long have you guys been playing rugby, and what are some of the challenges that you have experienced while playing?
I've been playing for about 3 years. In the first 2 years were a little rough because I wasn't very athletic. I was a little slow white boy.
I've been playing for a year. It's gonna be my 2nd year. Just learning new people and learning new plays.
Alright, so as a team, what do you hope to accomplish this year? Is anything less than a championship a failure?
No. Last year we won no league games, so this year I hope to at least make it to states if possible, or at least win most of our games, have a winning record.
I'm with him there. I just want to work as a team and make it far.
What were some of the biggest challenges that you had last year, whether it be that you're not in shape, other players, the coaching? What were some of the biggest challenges?
Last year we had a lot of players who wouldn't show up to practice, and we didn't always have enough people to have a full team at a game, which this year I hope that we'll have more than enough players.
I agree with him, same thing. Just gotta change it up.
Do you see a different level of intensity within your teammates, within your coaches, that's going to help you win a championship this year? Well, rather help us win a championship.
Yeah.
They're more motivated to play the game. They actually they trying to get more fit to play as a team and work together to make it to the finals.
Yeah. How do you think the new guys are going to feel playing a 70-minute high school rugby match? As professionals go on to 80 minutes, but this is high school, so 70 minutes. No other sport really played that long. How do you think the bodies are going to hold up?
I think the new players will be all right since they seem like they've played other sports, are pretty athletic. So I think they'll be able to cut it to some.
All they got to do is get used to the rugby format.
With the amount of conditioning we're doing, I'm pretty sure they'll definitely be.
If there's one thing that the team needs to work on, what is it? Is it rucking? Is it catching? Is it passing? What is the one thing that you think is going to help us win a championship this year?
Definitely communication is the top thing.
working as a team and passing low, passing right, and making it go forward.
My overall experience with this movie was good. You know, everywhere I went, all the interviews I did, they were amazing. I got to see athletes doing what they do best. It made for good videos, good pictures, good interviews. So I'm happy for everyone who dedicated their time to help me out with this project. I wish them the best in their careers if they stick to do those things which I filmed them in. And overall, I'm excited that I get to put this out and show the world who these people are, the intermediate level of sports, and how difficult it is to become a pro athlete. Because like I said in the beginning, everyone sees something on TV and they say, well, LeBron could do this. A couple of weeks at training, I could do it too. But it's not like that. There's this whole middle layer from being, you know, the worst to the best that everyone forgets about. I just wanted to show those people some admiration because very rarely do they ever hear it.